from Pittsburgh. Intern, get churned.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I put it down from the whip to my diamonds. I'm in black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
All I do is fucking win.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Dude,
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Talking Pylons. We're already off to a great start. I am Michael Jordaning it. I got the flu game going on. I got a sinus infection. It's not COVID. I tested negative.
He has AIDS.
But I did test positive for chlamydia. So you win some, you lose some. Let's swing it over to the boys. The man who is late getting on here, Mark the Truth, Mark Levesque. How are you?
Out of the way.
Good man.
Already firing.
That happy National Beer Day, boys.
Happy National Beer Day. Mark Krzeminski is who you hear over there. Mark, how are you doing?
Good.
Pretty good. And let's introduce the man who can't yet drink in the States, but it's time to bring in a prodigy. This guy, and I say guy because he is not yet a full man. I don't even know if his balls have dropped yet, but nonetheless, he showed me and the entire Hurricanes team up in the SHL Stanley Cup final last year, which also happened to be his rookie debut in the league. He shattered rookie records by scoring 6. Yes, you heard that right. 6 goals and added 2 assists to finish with 8 points. Just as many ankle-breaking dekes and the Buff Memorial Trophy for MVP of the final. And most importantly, he went home with the Stanley Cup in his first ever game. He's been dubbed Lil Sidney Crosby, and he whines just as much of him. Sonk. So please help me welcome Jason Kliment.
What's going on?
Pleasure to have you here. Before we even start the interview, I noticed that on your Instagram, your name is Jason K, which is obviously your name, but it does spell out "sonk" at the end, which is perfect. I'm very jealous. But did you have that before Spittin' Chicklets, or are you a fan of Spittin' Chicklets or even Keith Yandel?
No, I had that before Spittin' Chicklets. I didn't even really notice.
You should totally copyright Yandel and the Chicklets boys then. Be like, yo, my name already spells out "sonk," so. But so you're still in high school hockey, I believe. Where are you playing? And tell us a little bit about your high school career.
Well, our season just ended last month ago. We got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, sadly. It's a bad run, but I played for Glenbard all my 4 years for high school. I mean, pretty much. I was just playing with Glenbard for the 4 years, did pretty good with them. And then this year was just a shit show because of COVID, obviously, and stuff.
Yeah,
it's hard to get games.
Do you see yourself continuing in college? Is that something you want to play for a university?
Oh yeah, what's it called? Like a couple weeks ago, I did a skate with NIU D1 ACHA, and the coach is talking to me about going there. So I might go play there.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm currently at NIU. Definitely not on the hockey team though. Not good enough for that. But yeah, if you're up there, I'll crash some skates. I'll be a walk-on. I'll go back to college.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because by the time you're there, I'll probably be finishing up. But so I want to go back to the start of your career. Where did you play when you were early into hockey, and when did you develop your love for the game?
So when I first started playing hockey, I was 7 years old because my 2 stepbrothers were into hockey, and then I just got into it, started playing roller with roller skates. And then I ended eventually playing ice hockey, learning to skate. And I learned to skate for a team called Twin Rink Sharks all the way out in Buffalo Grove. And then another year, or I took a year off because I was just wasn't feeling it. I don't know why. And then it just came back to me. And then I ended up for the Admirals and then just a couple other teams and stuff.
Very cool. Where was the rink out in Buffalo Grove? What center were you guys playing at?
Twin Rinks.
Oh, that's the name of it. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of that one. I'll have to check that one out.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're playing at with the Admirals, so you're out of center ice of DuPage then, right?
Yeah, that's our Glenbard's home rink too.
Okay, yeah.
Nice rink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Mark and I have gone out there a couple of times, broke his ankles out there. It's like an absolute duster. So
Mark, is this true?
No, not at all.
this man hasn't gotten no. This man has not gotten his skates sharpened in like a year. So he's out there like Bambi.
Oh, jeez.
Anytime someone skates around me, like Mike, I just put my elbow into his chest and
he tries. He tries. That was mostly Matt. He was mostly hitting Matt. He can't.
I took Matt's ankles. We can all agree on this.
Yeah, that's true. Roast the man that's not here. How did you, Jason? How did you meet this bozo over here, Mark?
Well, I moved into a new neighborhood when I was like, I don't really remember how old I was, but I was pretty young. And then I ended up just making friends with all the neighbors, and he was like really close to my house. Like we had a tight little group. Shout out Patrick Tani.
Tony's been mentioned on this podcast before.
Yeah.
We'll never have him on though. He doesn't play hockey.
Never.
I want to get him on skates.
Oh geez. We used to all play roller hockey in like the cul-de-sac near Mark and Tani's house. Get games going and stuff.
Now my truck.
That was actually the next thing that I wanted to bring up is that I've been to some of the rinks that you guys played roller hockey with Mark. You know, like in Winfield and Carroll Stream over there. Out by me, we have Pine Park, which is in Hoffman Estates. We have Mead, which is Elk Grove, Rainbow Falls, which is Elk Grove. We don't really venture out there too much, but and then especially Dirksen, where we host the cup every year. What are some of the roller rinks that you grew up playing at?
Pretty much just like Armstrong Park, and then another roller rink called Glasshagel. It's pretty close to. It's like off North Ave.
Mike, you've been there. Remember during Halloween you brought Boney Boy? That's
the skeleton.
Yeah, off of North Avenue. That's Glasshagel.
That's Glasshagel. Okay.
I mean, a lot of the times I wouldn't even go to like Armstrong. I just had like a little hockey net and just bring it out to the front of my like the driveway and just start playing roller hockey there for hours. Just be doing it in the dark. Almost got hit by a car multiple times.
I moved to that. But no, I think me and Jason mainly when we were growing up, we played at Armstrong.
Yeah.
And I think with Armstrong, that was like the belly of the beast because like when we were younger, that's where all the old GBN hockey dudes, all the Glenboard hockey dudes go, all the dudes who in college would go. And it's still the biggest roller rink I've played at. Like it is big. Mike, I think Mike, you played. I don't know how many times you played there, but it's the biggest rink I've played at.
That's not. I don't think that's the one you took me to. You took me to the one that you call CDH because it's right next to Central PH Hospital.
You haven't played it.
And then Glasshagel. Like, I have yet to see Armstrong.
Armstrong is almost like I don't know how close it is to NHL regulation, but it's close.
Yeah, it's a big rink.
I think it might be regulation. It's
Rainbow Falls and I don't know. Have you guys ever been to Rainbow Falls? Rainbow Falls is like that. I think it's pretty much regulation.
Never been.
Is Rainbow Falls the one by the school and has like the scoreboard?
I know where QR
No,
is.
that's Mead.
Okay.
Mark, do you know where
but that's the other one in Elk Grove.
You know where QR is? Queen of the Rosary
Quinoa,
Church?
the food?
No, QR, Queen of the Rosary Church.
No.
Okay. Well, it's right next to Rainbow Falls.
Okay.
Rainbow Falls, we call it Rainbow Falls because it's right there on the property of that water park right there.
Okay.
I don't think the park itself has any other name. The reason we don't venture out there as much as the Elk Grove ones, you need a code for the lights. We don't always have that code. We've gotten that code a couple times from the guys who work at the park district or people we know, but people misuse the code, so it gets changed pretty frequently. So we can play day games over there, but really nice amenities. They got like full-on boards, benches, boxes. They've even got electricity. They've got outlets at least at Mead. I don't know if Rainbows works all that well. One time I found a wasp nest in one of the ones at Mead, at Rainbow Falls. So I don't know how often those are checked on, but they all have like the elevated stands. Yeah, we all saw that chicken nugget, buddy. This guy's like 12 beers deep, probably. He's got the munchies. But
this is number 9 for me.
Jeez, Mark. On a Wednesday night.
I have 5 left.
Oh,
15? What are you?
Holy.
5:30.
It was $5 National Beer Day at work.
And you just bought one?
There's only one left.
You could have bought other beer.
Well, I don't drink Goose Island and shit.
But it's still nice to have. It's $5. Is it just today? You didn't fucking tell me? Dude, fuck you, dude. Honestly, come on. I would have bought you guys out. I would have spent $300 there
Dick
easily as
move.
random as beer. I'll remember this.
Well, Jason, my condolences that you actually have to know and deal with this Mark over here. Unfortunately, I know both of them, so that's even worse. But going back to the interview, what would you say is the ratio of ice to roller that you play? Is it 50-50 or is it a lot more ice?
Probably like 50-50, like, or 75-25, because I mean I've only had like a certain amount of practices, and then like sometimes it'll be stick and puck that I'll go to, but like roller, I like back then I'd play every day, literally like right after school for like 2 hours straight, just shooting at the net. So yeah, I would say roller more than ice.
You had mentioned that you played in the cul-de-sac over there by Mark's, and I live in a cul-de-sac too, so that was my early days of just wheeling around in the cul-de-sac. And
Yeah.
there was one day me and my friends are out there, and the neighbor, she was a little kooky. She's since moved away, but she called the cops on us because there were kids playing hockey in the street, and they were in harm's way. And the cops showed up, and the two police officers were like, "It's a cul-de-sac, like they're not playing in the middle of a highway." So the one cop, she was like, "Oh, I'm a Hawks fan," so like she grabbed a stick and like started playing with us. I was like,
That's sick.
"This is just ridiculous."
I would remember we would play the old, like when we first started playing. I had the 2-piece Brett Hall stick.
Oh god!
With the plastic blade and the holes in the blade, and we were all skating on skates with the brakes on them. And
oh my!
I remember it was it'd be me, Jason's brother Josh, Tani, and Patrick. And Patrick would play for like a minute or two and then get tired and say, "I'll be the ref, guys. Just stop." And then Tani would just like, he wasn't good at hockey, but he can skate really well.
He was fast.
He was fast as fuck. So all he would do is he would take the puck and skate like a mile down the street if you were chasing him, knowing that we can't like keep up because back then he was the fastest. No, we can't keep up. So, because he couldn't do any moves, he would go all the way down till we stopped chasing him and then turn around.
One time I remember I just chased him around the block and I was like, what am I doing?
It was a good like 3 miles they went. It took us like 5-10 minutes. And I was like, where'd they go?
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, we can't forget about, we have another name for Dieter.
Oh,
he would wear the catcher's equipment.
To play
goalie. And
he's an absolute brick wall.
Jason's thinking fucking clap bombs.
Oh my god! I used to play goalie a little bit. I'd throw the pads on, and of course we didn't have an actual mitt, so I'd use my baseball mitt, and that stuff gets ground up on the pavement pretty quickly. But you look like you're straight out of Mighty Ducks when you're doing that, so it's well worth it. I actually want to get Tani out on skates. I don't know if does Jason know Gio?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, Nick Levere, who we've had on this podcast before, he has a friend Gio, and we'll eventually get Gio on because he's my trainee. He told me, he's like, "Can you teach me hockey?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So we got him skates, and I was just gonna get him a cheap pair at like Play It Again or something like that. But he's like, "No, bro, if I'm doing this," he's like, "I'm going all in." So he literally bought the same Bauer rollerblades as me, and I was like, "Shit, okay." So he's in the process of he just got Bauer gloves. And we're getting him a stick. He's been using my no-name stick for like the last little bit. I was like, holy cow. So what
the fuck was that?
I wasn't looking at the screen. What did I miss?
He said,
did you snort it?
No, he said, and he poured the beer on himself.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, welcome to the shit show, Jason. So when you came in, to the game last year, you probably had never seen or heard of the SHL, what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about your expectations coming into last year's game, and then, compared to what you saw and what actually happened. What were your thoughts on all of it?
So, I mean, before Mark was like hyping it up and I was like really excited and stuff. And then when I got there, I didn't know you guys took it like that seriously. And it was just a great energy and like vibe and stuff. And it was just awesome. I loved it. Now I want to do it like all the time now. It was so fun.
We've had people that are like, why can't you get it to a series? And it's like, if we try to do a 7-game series, or even a 5 or 3-game series, it's just so hard to get everybody.
It's hard to
yeah. It's a struggle. So just 1 game, winner takes all. So you got there and you were kind of quiet in that first period. And actually, none of us knew who you were. You were just this kid that Mark had called up, and Mark was like, "Oh yeah, I got this buddy. He's played hockey. I played with him a long time ago." And so you were just kind of an add-on. You really turned it on in the second period, which is where I believe you scored. I think it was all 6 of your goals in the second. Maybe 1 or 2 were in the third, but you had no goals in the first, and it was 5-4 us. What's that?
So that's when I got sick of playing their goal horn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that second period was just floodgates opening. So what changed in your play? Was there something set on the bench? Was Mark chirping in your ears?
Me telling him to go crazy. I was like, turn on now.
Well, pretty much. Well, when the puck dropped and like during the first period, I didn't know if any of you guys were like unreal or anything. So I was just feeling it out for like the first period, like trying to get like just knowing like our positions on our team and stuff, and knowing we had 6 players. I was trying to like save my energy and not go that hard. And then at the second period, Mark was just like, "All right, now you could just turn the Jets on now." So then now I just went off, and then the third period we just had that big lead.
We didn't look back. We didn't look back.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, coming from the Penguins last year, now you're on the New York Americans this year with Mark again. This year, you weren't just an add-on. You were his first overall draft pick, and I think that was kind of unanimous. Whoever had the first overall draft pick was going to be taking you. So I don't think there's much of a surprise there. But what do you expect to be, the same or different from last year's team, considering a lot of the main core is still there? And then just talk about what it means to actually finally be an official draft pick and first nonetheless.
Well, I was really excited knowing that I went first overall, kind of hyped. And then also like this year, get to see like the old guys again. I know I don't really know them that well, but like I get to know them better, get like some more chemistry going and stuff. So I haven't seen them since the last game. So yeah.
Absolutely, we gotta get you in the squad more. Get you hanging out with some of us again. And we've been doing hockey on Fridays and Saturday nights, but I don't exactly. I mean, I do have you on social media, but I'm not calling you up because Mark over here doesn't even come. So, I'll text him. I'll be like, "Yo, you coming to hockey?" And he's like, "Yo, I'm 40 beers deep, so no." That's
of course.
Doesn't sound like an excuse, but okay. He's still on his championship hangover. It's fine. It's whatever.
You know what that feels like, would you?
I do, from 2017. It's been a while.
That's long.
Yeah. So we obviously know Mark Krzeminski is not improving his game this year. He's just down in beers and growing that stomach. But what do you want to see improved either from yourself or from the game itself going into this 10th anniversary game?
Well, I'm definitely going to score a lot more this game.
Oh,
definitely a lot
from
more.
A small man.
And then I also want to start getting like more chemistry going with my team or the teammates and like the boys, get them some points and stuff. Get Mark a 5-goal game there with his beer belly.
Hey, listen, all I know is when I get hit, the other person falls, not me. So I'll keep it.
I'm never gonna live that down.
You know what, Mike? Play the clip. Go ahead, play the clip.
All right, I'll throw it in here. I'll be nice. Nice. Yeah, not my best effort on that one.
But no, this year I think I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna just give me 2 weeks and I'll be on the rink every day.
It's possible. It's very possible.
Well, that means because I can't drink alone. That means I have to be on the rink every day because I can't drink alone.
No, I'm going like in the morning. I'm going morning till night till we drink. Morning till night, showering. And then
I'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. But we gotta get both Marks out here. We'll put the pads on Levesque over here. Get him in net so he can eventually make his debut. So where was I at here? I've already asked you about what the fans can expect from you. You said you're going to score more. I don't believe it, but we'll see.
It will happen.
Where you can improve is we'd love to have you on the Dusters. I'm sure Mark has told you about the Jofa Dusters, which is our eventual beer league team that we want to get going. Will we see you out there with the Dusters eventually?
Hell yeah! I mean, give me an invite. I'll be there, 100%.
Absolutely. All right, that's awesome.
I won't
about
yell
it is-
to coach.
What's that? Oh yeah. Mark's just like, yeah, Jason will be one of those players that the coach is just like, yeah, you just let him off the leash and he does
You can do
whatever he
whatever
needs to do. Exactly. He'll be screaming at the rest of us.
I'm gonna teach Jason how to fight.
Hell yeah!
He's gonna teach me how to actually play hockey. I'm gonna teach him how to fight.
Jason will be like, he and I will be on the same line. We'll finally get to play together if it's on the Dusters.
Says who?
And what's that?
Says who?
Me and Jason have the chemistry here.
Well, hey, I'll be the third on the line, and
Oh,
Jason
yeah, I
and I will
forgot.
just be saucing to each other.
There's 3 people on the line.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Jason and I will be saucing to each other.
Coaches.
I'll be setting Jason up for some beautiful goals, and I'll get to the bench, and just because I didn't score, Levesque will be chirping me, "You fuck! Why haven't you scored yet?" I'll be like, "But I'm giving him apples."
Even if over a goal, I'm gonna yell at you because I'm gonna be like, you could have passed to him. He could have scored. Much easier.
What's gonna happen is this: you two are gonna be fucking razzle dazzling. We're gonna be mad at Mike while me and Mark. I know I'm on the ice too, and I'm like, "You guys got it, Mark.
There you go.
Oh, you guys got it. You guys are good."
I'll pass to Jason, and the other team will eventually think, okay, Jason's their star player. We got a double coverage on him. So, the late man will be wide open, and it'll be Mark. So Jason will drop the puck to, like, the slot, and there'll be nobody there. We just see Mark all the way down on the other end of the ice, just gassing beers on the bench. Oh,
talking
you
to
guys are
chicks.
fine.
Talking to moms.
talking to wheeling some moms,
Wheeling some fucking city snipe boy. Some city snipe.
Clapping
wheeling some milfs.
bombs and wheeling moms.
Wheeling moms.
Although minus the clapping bombs part, because you won't actually be playing hockey.
No, just wheeling moms and wheeling more moms, I guess.
Jason will be out there sniping
Right.
wristers and wheeling sisters.
Drinking some Vegas bombs while fucking your moms. Put on a shirt.
Hell yeah!
I can get down.
Okay,
with
so
that.
I had one more for you. So I don't know if we covered this already, but last year, because you guys were the Penguins and you were obviously a star player for them, everybody said that you were Lil Sidney Crosby. But strip the Penguins title away. What NHLer do you like to model your game at?
Connor McDavid. We all know this. It was just
Connor McDavid. Yeah.
So a lot of speed and stick handles.
Yeah, I think mostly when in one of my games, or like the best part of my games is like my skating ability, my edge work. I'm like really fast, and I could like do tight turns, and I could carry the puck up at like high speed and stuff. So yeah, I like to like play like him.
I missed who
Awesome.
he said.
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid. Or Matthew Barzal, one of them.
Ooh, little Barnes.
Oh yeah, I do see you as a little bit of a Barzal. You kind of look like Matthew Barzal a little bit when you got the flow going and everything. You got
Yeah.
that, like, baby face.
I think Matthew's not talked about enough. I'll be honest.
Yeah, he's underrated.
Matthews.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. Like you.
I don't think Matthews quite has the same speed as those two guys, but he definitely has the same hands, same skill. I would think.
Yeah, he's more of a technician in my opinion than the
Yeah.
other guys. The other guys is like their speed, but Matthew he's not as fast, so he relies more on the technical part of it. Finding the hole. Where Connor McDavid it doesn't matter. He's like, what was that quote by Gil Sayers? You give me 5 inches, I'll make it 50 yards, something like that.
Mhm.
But
Wish I could do that.
he's the same way. Like, it kind of goes. Matthew Barzal has to make the hole, so I think sometimes he's, a little more technician. So
Absolutely. Well, I don't see a McDavid jersey up on that wall behind you. You got Datsuk and Subban. So tell me a little bit about those tarps. Why? I mean, I know it's Datsuk, but you are a Hawks fan, right? Why are you in the Red Wings jersey?
I'm definitely a Hawk. I'm diehard Hawks fan. But my two stepbrothers are Detroit fans, and I'm not. I don't like Detroit at all. But I just like Datsuk because obviously he's filthy. His hands are just unreal. And
That's true.
PK Subban. I met him one time, and he was just such like a cool guy. So then I just started liking him and stuff.
That's awesome. I'm gonna make you skate like him in the next game. You're gonna be doing all those like
jeez.
choppy edge work just to try to track back.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be on you, Jason. Don't you worry. Well, that's as far as I've got for questions and whatnot. You have to get a McDavid jersey for the next time you come on.
Oh yeah.
But I really wish. So this will be. I'm going to announce it here. I don't think I've announced it publicly before. This will be my last year playing in the NHL game. This is the 10th year. I've played 10 games. I'm 4-5. I'm not going out unless I win here. That's exactly what I'm going to do, despite what these men might be saying, these boys might be saying. Jason, I really wish we had the opportunity to play together, whether I got drafted to Mark's team or you got drafted to Mike Cross's team. But there'll be times in the future when we team up, whether it's on the ice with Dusters or just some Friday night roller.
Looking forward to it. Mm-hmm.
But do you guys have anything else for him?
Oh yeah, okay. Because I know the kid, so we'll throw a couple stories.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Do you remember, Jason, when we decided to go play roller in the middle school we went to was J Stream?
Oh, J Stream in the rain, yeah.
Yeah. So we decided to go carry the net from our house, skate it to J Stream, which was like a couple miles away. It wasn't even that far. So we skate it, and it starts raining. And there we are, playing roller in the rain. I ever had to play it. There's no grip. We were slipping and sliding everywhere. It was me, him, his brother Josh, one of our friends. Was it just Denim or just Shafi? and we're all on the skates with the brakes. His brother Lily has one wheel that's good. The rest are falling off. He's skating on plastic only.
Yeah, he would drag his toe. Him and Denim. Oh my god, they would drag the toe because they didn't know how to stop.
And we were just playing in the rain, and the ball's going everywhere because we're on a slant surface, thinking we're cool playing in the rain, but it was miserable.
I've had a couple of those nights. Actually, we just had one a couple weeks ago before I came to Rosie's with you guys. It started to drizzle while we were playing, and yeah, dude, roller just turns into ice real fast, and it's like you haven't sharpened your skate because your feet start to go the wrong way. And I've luckily never done the splits, but you get damn near close because your one foot starts to cave out from the other, and you're like, this isn't supposed to be happening. And then cleaning your bearings after that is the worst. Trying not to get them to rust.
I remember when Jason got his first real pair of rollerblades, like hockey blades. He was a changed man.
What'd you get? Are you a Bauer guy?
He started swearing and he started chewing tobacco.
Wait, whoa, wait, hold on.
Started chewing dips. Every time you saw him, he was getting out of like a limo with two hookers.
Yeah, I was like,
boys, I made it to the big league.
You got those skates. He was looking like fucking Patrick Kane when he had the allegation on him.
Different man.
Take it easy, Jason.
Yeah, Jason used to have a lot more on his social media, but he had to take it down because it was his party boy song phase, where he was just wheeling bids, and he was like, "Yeah, we won the cup."
Now he's only wheeling one broad because he's in a little relationship, aren't you, there, bud?
Indeed, I am.
You goddamn Tommy.
Give her a shout out. Come on now.
She's 27.
No, she's not.
No, hey, mad respect.
Yeah, she's 30.
It's Jason. It's Shannon.
No, Shady Cakes.
I don't even know if I want to ask who Shannon is. I want to go into more.
It's our friend's. It's our friend's mom.
Dude.
I knew I didn't want to ask that question.
We'd always call her Shady Cakes.
Shout out to Patrick.
Shout out to Patrick and Ryan.
Mark, you better make sure he watches this. We'll get him on the show as one of our next guests. It'll be a guy who used to play hockey. Right, he doesn't play hockey anymore. He stands on the side.
No, he played garage hockey, which means
he played garage hockey.
He was so unathletic he couldn't skate, so he sit in his garage and just take shots at the fucking net.
But he'll come on this podcast to defend his mom's integrity.
No, he would say the same thing. Goddamn.
Dude, one time she asked me for money for Loco. I love it, dude.
Dude, were you there when she bit me?
No, what? Dude, what does this podcast turn into,
What is
bro?
happening?
No, I'm loving it. We're getting all the
fucking bit
stories.
me.
Why did she bite you?
Dude, we were in Patrick's room. She comes and she wakes us. I'm like, no, you can't come anymore. Get out. She bites my fucking arm.
Dude, I would love to get fucked with her. Dude.
What?
Dude, remember? Wait, were you there when she gave Tani the cigarette? She gave Tani the cigarette.
How old is Tani?
Like 16.
Yeah, he's 15, 16.
No wonder he started young.
How old is his
Oh
mom?
man,
Fanny cakes? I don't know.
I have no idea, bro.
She could either be 30 or 60. No one knows, man. Remember when we tore down the fucking wall in their house?
Oh, I wasn't there for that, but Patrick told me stories and
Yeah,
stuff.
we just tore down a fucking wall with a baseball bat.
Sounds like fun.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
fucking crying.
Well, I would love to meet this Patrick.
No.
He sounds like a great guy.
Oh, jeez. Have him
And
come out be a ref.
since you're dating his mom, it sounds like
Yeah, I am dating his mom.
oh my.
Wheeling fucking moms, boys.
So last year, I just want to go into this because it just came across my mind. You played on a team. We talked about Tim Vendel being one of Mark Krzeminski's top picks. He's a buddy of mine that I met through another friend that I used to play baseball with, Sidney. They're actually going to be our guests on next week's podcast. But Tim has a bunch of friends who play for the Chiefs. They should be your age. We've been playing with them recently. You know anybody on that team?
High school team or club team? Is it like D2 or D2 Chiefs or something like that, or is it just
I'm gonna get roasted
Chiefs?
for not knowing. I want to say it's the D2 team.
Because if it's the D2 Chiefs, we played them in high school actually. Like we played them in like playoffs and stuff. They weren't good.
Ooh, calling them out.
Well,
I'm gonna make sure
they only had like one good kid who played for like Mission and something like that. So obviously he was gonna be good, but they beat us like the first time, but we barely had any players, and I was tired because I had a workout before that. But then the two other times we played them, absolutely rolled them.
Do you know any of them personally, or just you probably know them by face once we get you out there?
Yeah, probably face. Are they doing the roller tournament?
So they're not going to be in this year's game because I met them kind of after we did the draft. But we definitely want to get them in future games, and we've been playing with them like every couple. After this interview, you'll have to send me your number because I've asked Mark for it like 4 times just to put you in like group chats for the SHL, and he doesn't do that. So if you're not drinking on like Fridays and Saturday nights, at least not drinking from like noon till midnight, we'd love to have you out there.
Talking about?
Yeah, I'm
not
still
that you
not
need to
legal.
work.
I'm still not legal. I don't drink. I don't drink.
Right. Yeah, no, I know. These guys don't either, which is why when we leave the rink, that's the last we see of them. And you know, my Marco comes. We'll have Marco on the podcast soon. That's my other goalie. We go out and drink because we're of age, but those guys are just there for hockey, and then you know we say hasta la vista. But not that you need the practice, but we'll get you out there a couple nights. Pretty fun these last couple of weeks
for sure.
And you'll be more in shape for the game than Mark, which isn't hard to do, but you know.
Or you want to say fuck that and just party with me and the other Mark and just
Mark, after we win this cup, after we win it again, I'm going to party with you 100%. 100%.
Are you prepared for that?
Not count those chickens.
I will be.
Yeah.
Mark's going to be
Jason,
chugging from the cup.
If Tim Vendel doesn't play, get your stepbrother to play with us.
He has a job and stuff. I don't think he'd be able to make it. But
right,
Josh is
don't get Josh.
dude. He's like he actually wants to do it. I'm like, no, you suck. You don't know how to stop. You're gonna lose a wheel in like the first period.
He's a rugby player.
Yeah, no.
He'll beat ass, but we already have me for that.
Denim. Oh my god.
We just bring in a bunch of ringers.
All the OG Blackhawk member people.
No, we're getting swept. We're getting swept.
Well, these guys are out here counting chickens, but do they have the right gear in order to win this game? That's the real question. if they don't, they better get over to No Name Hockey. Talking Pylons is brought to you by No Name Hockey. Are you tired of paying extra just to have the same stick as the duster named Mark Krzeminski on the bench next to you? Well, now there's an easy and affordable way to customize your gear and make yourself stand out without sacrificing quality or technology in your stick. In fact, No Name Hockey sticks are just as advanced as the other top-of-the-line sticks at a fraction of the cost. They all have the same curves and flexes, as well as customizable grips and colors. The pinnacle of No Name Hockey customization power is that they give you the option to make it yours by putting your name and number on the stick. So maybe if your name's Jay Sonk, you put that on the shaft of the stick. But I'm an official No Name Hockey ambassador, and I'm always using my newest white and black paper Cane Curve 67 Flex with the traditional grip and sandpaper finished blade. This is my third stick from No Name Hockey, and they just keep getting better with each new stick. But don't just take my word for it. Get to nonamehockey.co and get your new twig today. You could also follow them on Facebook and Instagram with the @NoNameHockey, as well as any other social media platforms you could find. So No Name Hockey. Respect all, fear no one, make a name.
My stick's not even that bad.
Dude, your stick's probably the best thing going for you. Like the rest of you is spare parts.
Free sticks.
Oh,
Absolute trash.
You know what? Play the hit again, Mike. I'm spare parts here.
No, we played it. We played it
again.
once already. Don't
play
do
it again. See what happens when you hit spare parts.
Nope. We'll also have Jason's highlights in the front of this, so everybody will get a chance to see all of this. What's that?
You're gonna have the whole game.
Yeah, all 300 goals that he scored. So
all I know is though, me and Jason already talked about our intro music, the goal horn, what we're wearing.
We'll get it going then. Let me know what
all I know is I'm definitely gonna double my points this year, 100%.
Well, you're
100%.
good enough that I want to play it multiple times. All right.
Yikes!
I'm
gonna have to give Mark a playlist of goal horns to change from, like 4 different ones, boom, 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 top to bottom.
Wait, Mike.
Listen,
so
it's not gonna happen.
Is this your last game if you win, or do you have to win and then you'll retire?
Well, for the last couple of years, I've been saying I want to win and retire, but it hasn't happened. There was some controversy in a couple of the years, and then last year, you blew us out of the water fair and square. But this year is going to be my last, regardless of what happens, and I plan on going out on top. I'll just say that.
Okay.
So,
let's just say I'm just gonna say this. Either way, I want a cup. So, if we lose on Mike's farewell tour, it's like, I mean, it's bittersweet. It's like we lost, but hey, he's not playing next year, so
I haven't won up, but I get to stand there and talk shit about every single one of you guys the whole game. So I think I'm content with not winning a cup.
That's what I'll be doing the next year. Is I'll be broadcasting from the sidelines. I won't be talking as much shit as I'll actually be commentating.
You did.
What?
He said he
okay,
wished.
cool.
Mark, you're cutting in and out this whole time. So every other
yeah,
word.
you are. Your audio is bad, bro. Your Wi-Fi is about as good as your.
He's got his McDonald's Wi-Fi.
He's got the fucking Walmart.
Yeah, bro. I saw those chicken nuggets. He's just in the back room of McDonald's, just freaking.
He's doing actually $2 for another hour of the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
The lady's like, "Sir, it's coronavirus. We're still locked down. You can't be inside the restaurant eating here." He's just like, "All right, I'm gonna stay here for a little longer. I need the Wi-Fi."
I mean, it's fun to a point where I can't see like words, so it's all right.
Well, good thing this is a video podcast right now, and you don't have to actually read anything.
Right.
But you are gonna have to. So we're gonna do a little something different this year. This week, not this year. We don't really have a whole lot of NHL news to talk about. We're gonna save that for next week. It's kind of been like a slow week in the NHL. I would get into MLB because there are a lot more news there, but that's not what we are. We're not necessarily a baseball podcast. We can talk about it, but we're going to do something I've been waiting to do for a while. And Jason, you're welcome to stick with us and do this past the interview with us. We are going to be ranking the NHL Retro Reverse jerseys, but with the full uniforms. So a lot of people have seen like maybe Bar Down or NHL themselves, even the Spit and Chicklets guys rank the Retro Reverse jerseys themselves, but we're ranking the full uniforms. We're ranking the full kit. Now that we've been able to see all of them on the ice, with the full socks, helmet, gloves, and everything. Some teams just, they didn't put the gloves in there with it. It just kind of looks a little weird. But we've got our categories here. Registered beauticians, those are the absolute beauties of the group. Filthy, so if they're pretty clean, we like them. Grocery sticks. Now, for those of you that don't know what a grocery stick is, the person who sits on the bench and just separates the line. Kind of like if you were at the grocery store and you're checking out, you use a grocery stick to separate your vegetables and groceries from somebody else's. So these are just the ones that are like middle of the pack. They just they're not great, but they're not bad. And we've got dust, so absolute trash. And then dumpster fire, which is absolute trash. So we'll take a consensus before we rank them, but let's start it off with the first one here, boys.
I was going to say, I want to start us off real quick. Can we just do this real quick to get it started? Detroit Red Wings, put it in the dumpster fire right now. Put it in the dumpster fire.
More
Boys,
than
I got some sad news. I think I might go play some roller with my teammates.
Oh, okay. All right. You're jumping off. Hey, get that work in. You're going to need it for the summer.
Putting that practice in. All right. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you, Jason. We'll have to get you on again, and we'll definitely see you hopefully sooner than this summer, but if not, definitely for the game.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Absolutely, buddy. Thank you, man.
All right. So good guy, Jason, but Red Wings dumpster fire. I'm sorry.
Oh, beyond. Absolutely. I'm glad he was here for that because I saw that.
Let's just start
as
with
much as Datsuk's a legend. He's got that jersey, and
that
kind of crosses a little bit of a line.
Let's just get a little, parallel here of what's dumpster fire. Now we can start from the beginning. What do we got, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. So first up, we have the Anaheim Ducks. They have the cartoon character duck breaking out of the ice with the big kind of goalie stick here. It's kind of the old logo, but it's also the very cartoonish one. They went back to their old colors. Of course, it's retro reverse, so you'll notice that all of these, the colors are kind of inverted for the most part. They did change their gloves. I do like the socks. What are you guys' take on this one? Where should we throw this one in?
I think the Ducks is always a classic one.
Yeah.
I like when they stick to the cartoony one because I love the old cartoon, Mighty Ducks cartoon.
I think. Go ahead.
Go, Mark.
I think if they would have left it as their original colors, it would be somewhere in the grocery stick department. But because it's the OG colors, I think it goes in filthy. That's just how I think
it's filthy. I'm thinking either filthy or registered beauticians, but I go filthy because we've seen it so many times that it's filthy. That shit dirty.
Yeah,
I would agree. I would definitely agree. Before we even get into the next one, for those of you that are listening to this podcast and can't actually see, the only two, once we get to the end, I'll read off who's in what category, but the only two we've done so far are Detroit's, which it's literally just gray lines, like they're practice jerseys. And then, of course, we just described the Ducks one. You guys can play along as well. Even if you're listening, I will post the link in the description to this ranking, this tier maker, so that you guys can make your own rankings, maybe send it to us, and you might get some merch from the boys over here. But let's move along. We've got the Boston Bruins. So these jerseys are like a lightish gold yellow. Same with the socks. The symbol's mostly the same. The numbering's a little different. They have the crackhead bear on the shoulder. He looks like he's high. What do we think, boys?
I'm thinking dust. No matter what they look like, thinking of fucking Heinz mustard.
Exactly.
Fuck Boston, dust. It's not a dumpster fire. I mean, it's a classic logo. They didn't do what the Red Wings did. Dust.
I was in the dumpster fire area, but because they have the old bear logo, dust.
Yeah, dust.
Yeah, I think honestly, this one, just the jersey itself, works a lot better than, not to say the whole kit really changes it much, but when we first saw them, I would have ranked them higher. But then when you get the full kit, they wore these on Lake Tahoe. Yeah, I liked them for the setting, but just if you're playing in a regular rink, they're all right.
If they put the old bear logo as their main logo, that should have been fire. But the B, fuck you, Boston. Next.
They were not as bad though as that ugly brown jerseys that they wore for the Winter Classic against the Blackhawks. Those I hate so much. Those are disgusting. But okay, moving on. We've got Carolina Hurricanes, who brought back the Whalers. For me, I just want to say right off the bat, the Whalers hype isn't really there as much anymore because they've already done the white and they've already done the green, of course. These ones are the main color is
Yeah.
gray. You still have the green W
I don't
and the blue tail outlining the H in the middle. They have the old whaler whale on the shoulders in green. With the green pants, I think it boosts them, but I don't know. Where do you guys want to put these?
I think middle of the pack. I think the gray. I think the only thing that saves this is the green, and then it's the Whalers. But the gray
Yeah.
looks like a practice jersey. Like when I was in colleges like back. I know college basketball. They do gray as a practice jersey. They do white and gray. It's mostly gray. Gray is a practice jersey. It's not a main color. They do it just to,
Yeah. What do you think, Truthy?
I agree. Like I think the gray is just kind of like I think their logo is nice, but with the gray, it's kind of just whatever.
Yeah, I mean they have the green helmets too, but I don't think it's enough. I think we'll start to find that a pattern in here that the gray ones are pretty bad.
Yeah.
But let's keep moving along. Next, these are of the
Gorgeous.
retro Reavers.
Goated.
Yeah, I would have to say my personal favorite. We have the Arizona Coyotes. They are a dark purple with the old Kachina Coyote head, just the head on the front of the jersey. And at the bottom, instead of having stripes like a regular jersey, you've got the cacti and like a skyline of the desert, which is really cool. I love them. On the shoulders, they have the geckos, the Kachina geckos. These are registered musicians, boys.
Yes.
I don't have a big enough mouse pad, so I'm trying to scroll these in there as best I can. But yeah, less we have to say about them because they just speak for themselves. Next, we have Calgary. They brought back Blasty, the flaming horse, on the front of their jersey. This one is a black jersey with the gold and red horse head. On the shoulder patches, they have their main logo, the C with the flame. A couple of stripings on the arms, and also the bottom of the jersey. The socks and the gloves and the pants are all black, which I think makes a really nice complete feel to it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's from in there.
I know, but it makes it dry. Not really.
Well,
I
guess I'll take this one. I think it's fucking. I think these are beautiful. I think they're simple. The black, all black, with that flames, it really makes that horse head pop. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think they're filthy.
That's what I was gonna say. How about
I
you,
was gonna say
Mark?
filthy.
Vivek?
I agree.
Filthy?
The fact that people rank that logo lower, I don't understand it.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. I like them.
It's original. No one else does horses.
There were a lot of teams that could have brought back logos, the Islanders, and didn't. And I think that one's just a success right there. Now, this one is where it's going to be the most controversial in this group here. I'm probably going to get outranked, and I'm already ready for it. We have the Chicago Blackhawks, our home team. You guys, I know, do not like these jerseys.
You keep saying that. I like them.
Garbage.
I like them.
Oh, that's right. Mark does like them. I love these. I won't say that they're my favorite Hawks alternate jersey or just favorite Hawk jersey in general, but they have the retro logo of the old Indian head inside the circle of black Hawks, and then it says Chicago at the bottom. The jerseys themselves are black with red shoulders, a little white line. I think all the lettering and the numbering are all the same as normal jerseys, maybe a little bit different of a font. They have one solid red line at the bottom of these jerseys, and I love just the addition of the black pants with the black socks with just the one stripe. I think it really works well. And as much as I will rip other teams for not changing their gloves, if you're the Blackhawks, you could stick with black gloves with these because the jerseys themselves are black. So I don't really think there needs to be a change in the gloves. What do you guys think? We'll go to Mark the Truth first on this one because I know he doesn't like this.
I mean, I like the logo. Just I feel like the color palette like they went with was just kind of bland. Like I feel like they could have done more with like the jersey itself, along with the logo.
Where would you put these in this list?
I'd put them as grocery sticks.
Okay. Mark Krzeminski, how about you?
I think for me personally, I'm a little biased about this. Anytime they use the retro logo, I love the old logo. I am in love with it. The colors, though, I don't know. Looking at it, it's a little much, but honestly, I think For me, it's like if there was a category for grocery sticks and filthy, you can. If I'm being biased, filthy.
Yeah, I would say filthy as well. Like I said before, they're not my favorite Hawks alternate jerseys. I think they're clean for 2021, and I would almost put them in registered beautician, but I definitely see you guys on. It's definitely filthy for me. So I think we're all I'm kind of in between these two.
There, but I hear it all the
Mark
time.
Krzeminski's kind of in between these two, and Levesque's down here. So
Yeah,
we'll throw them in filthy.
I didn't realize it was loud that you could hear it upstairs. I thought it was just water.
This guy, mute yourself.
He's a
buddy.
mute button.
Yeah, you have a mute button, guy.
Okay,
Ruining
I'm
everything.
gonna take a hot take. I love these jerseys.
Right.
I love
do.
the all white. I love white anything. White gloves, white skates. I don't know what about it. It looks clean and it's camouflages you on the ice. I think these are filthy.
And yes, I know.
Filthy as fuck.
I would agree with you when you look at them as the full kit, which is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I could see how you see that. I'm on the fence on these. Like these are either, for me, in my mind, they're either really bad or like really good. They look like spacemen. I like it with the full kit, but as a consumer, like, you know, if you're just buying the jersey itself, it kind of sucks. But we're ranking on full jerseys. So you have them in filthy. I have them, as much as I just said that they're clean, I would put them in grocery sticks. How about you, Levesque? Where would you put these guys? The Dallas Stars.
I don't like the white. Like I get what they're trying to do. Like they've done the original jersey before, but like for me, the white just doesn't cut it. Like that's how I feel about a lot of these jerseys. Like they have too much white. It's like for me, where'd you guys put it?
I said filthy. I love white. I love all white.
Mark has them in filthy. I kind of have them in
clean.
grocery sticks.
I kind of have them for grocery sticks too.
I mean, come on. Honestly, for me, they're the definition of the cleanest jerseys because they're just all white.
I do see you on that point. It's hard for me to rank them any higher because I felt like Dallas could have done a lot more with it, and their logo is just, I mean, kind of like blurred out just because of all the white, which I see the appeal, but we'll leave them in grocery stick. Let's go to another team that everybody thought did not do the homework and left too much white, too much non-originality in here. Edmonton Oilers. Now, I ripped these before the start of the season. I said they don't really look all that much different, but then when you put them together with the orange pants and the orange gloves and the lettering's all orange, which I didn't really catch on to before. I thought these were just like their regular jerseys. I was like, what's different about these? I love these, but I guess love's just too strong of a word. I really like these. I like the creamsicle effect. I put them in filthy. How about you guys?
I agree. Once they added the orange, it made them a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we'll throw these guys in filthy. Not grocery. Filthy. Okay. Now Buffalo. Couple different takes on these. I know Matt Kaufman, who we had on here, was it now 2 weeks ago or whatever. He thinks these are the best jerseys. He said on his podcast. I've seen a couple people love these. I think this one was a missed opportunity to bring back the Raging Buffalo, like the goat's head type of logo.
Yes.
I do like them bringing back the swords, the sabers. I don't know, the buffalo along the bottom, some people really like. I really don't like it. I don't know why. It's just weird. It doesn't. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, and the coloring is just a little weird to me because of the reverse. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think the buffalo does not go on the front. That's an ass logo. You put that on the back of the jersey. To me, these jerseys look backwards as fuck with that on front. It does.
Yeah.
Because you never see that on the front. You usually see some stuff on the back, but I don't know. Are they the best jerseys? No, I think there's other ones. The Coyotes, I think, in my opinion, the Coyotes might be the best ones. But this one, I think this one was just, for me, it's grocery because it's simple. Just two swords. You know, we put the buffalo. It's a fucking buffalo. Those bitches are fucking dope. Put it on there.
Right.
You do so much with it. But just the two swords, what are you, the Pirates?
Yeah.
Like, those are like Pirates, yeah, so.
Would you agree?
I mean, I agree. Like, had they done the original, like, Buffalo logo with the black and red, and then along the bottom where it says Buffalo, they put, like, those little circles that were black and silver that they used to have, like.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's
so
what they should have done, but.
Do you think grocery stick?
I think it's a dumpster fire.
Oh, dumpster fire. Okay, so it leaves it up to me. Just for simplicity purposes, just kind of put it in the middle.
I say dust.
I'll put him in dust.
It's
'cause
pretty
what do
dusty.
you
It's
had-
not a dumpster fire. It's dusty. Like it's not like
Yeah.
terrible to look at. Like they tried on like the Red Wings,
Yeah,
but they
that's
didn't
true.
try good enough. So
And there was missed opportunity there by far.
Yeah.
That one I can't tell you what the socks look like on that one because I couldn't find a picture. Also, all right, another thing I want to mention just before we go on to the next one, because I know Mark Lozek has a lot to say about this next one, but a lot of the media departments and their marketing teams, or at least the social media teams for these teams, do an awful job of promoting like when they're doing these jerseys. Because when I went out and searched for these jerseys, I found pictures online on their websites and stuff like that. And some of them, like Buffalo, didn't even have them as a full picture with the socks and all. So that was the best picture I could come up with. And it was just the jersey. So, I mean, hey, hire somebody new that's going to show us the entire jersey. So speaking of entire jersey, we've got the Florida Panthers. Now they brought back their old cat pouncing logo. They're basically the same as the jerseys they used to wear, except for that darkish blue is now the main color. I don't believe that was the main color before. They may have had it in some years. Obviously, they have their gold and their red still on the shoulders with the palm tree and the hockey stick with like the beach type shoulder patch logo. They have the gold line, white line, and the red line at the bottom. I think these are cool. They don't necessarily deserve filth for me. I love them, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I don't know. I've just never been the biggest fan of Florida's logo. Like, it's cool, but like it doesn't win awards in my book. So I would put this one as grocery stick, but I am glad that they did not miss their opportunity for bringing this one back. Levesque, I know you probably love these.
No, I mean, I agree. Like, as much as I love the Florida Panthers, all their jerseys are kind of middle of the road. Every single one of them since they joined the league until now. I'm waiting for them to make a jersey where the main logo is that shoulder patch with the palm tree and the hockey stick in the sun.
I would love that. That's such a good
But
idea.
With that being said, like, I agree. Like, it's kind of middle of the pack.
Okay, so we have two grocery sticks. Mark Krzeminski, what do you think about these?
Oh, they're middle of the pack. I mean, I don't hate them. They're boring to me. Like I look at them, I want to like them so bad. I think the logo is cool, but I'm so bored with this jersey. I don't know something about it. It's just because the other jerseys. I mean, to be honest, I don't want to put it with the Dallas Stars jersey because Dallas Stars jersey yellow white gives up the edge. But that I said filthy, so it's different. But they're like it's like the Calgary, the Whalers over there. It's boring to me. It's just it doesn't do it for me.
I see on that one. Now let's move into, this is one of my favorite jerseys. The Montreal Canadiens reversed their colors. Montreal has never really had any other symbols, so it's hard for them. And I understand that's the Red Wings too. They all they've really ever had is that like cursive Detroit lettering. But Detroit, hey, come on, do something. Montreal though, for being as plain and simple as this is, just reversing their colors, it works. Because with Detroit's colors, and then adding the gray in there, that sucks. Montreal, though, reversed their usual red jerseys with the blue outlining, and now they have the entire jersey as that like royal blue color. I love these. I don't know about you guys. I'll leave the floor and let you guys take over. What do you guys think?
I like them too. Like I think just the flip of the colors, like that's perfect. Because I mean, they could have gotten a lot more like with it, but their older logos, the logo that they had on their chest was small. So I think keeping the logo the same and just kind of flipping the colors, like that works. And I think they did it very well. Like, so for me, I mean, I'd say it's not grocery stick. I wouldn't say it's really filthy either, though.
See, this is what I do. First of all, they started on the fucking the horizontal line pattern again. You remember those?
The candy canes?
Yeah, the candy cane jerseys.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Those would have been sick.
The real old
Those
ones.
are so ugly. They were beautiful. But for me, it's one of those things where do you look at this jersey by itself or do you look at it compared to the other jerseys? I think if you look at it compared to the other jerseys, a lot of things be dumpster fires. But so by itself, again, I am bored. I like what they did. I like the blue. Honestly, I really do. Like the blue really pops. But it's not filthy. It's not where I go, fuck, those are fucking sick. I think they're grocery sticks. I mean, it's like their normal jersey, but just a different color scheme. It's like they're playing away, they're playing home now, so they use this color, or they're playing away, so they go white. It's just switching the red. They didn't do anything to the other thing. The other teams changed the logo. I do really like these jerseys. They kept it simple. Kiss, keep it simple, stupid, and they made a jersey that it wasn't ugly. So the thing is, grocery stick filthy. I can't put it in filthy yet.
I would put it in filthy, but I think you guys are both leaning grocery sticks, so we'll throw them there. Now these were getting a lot of shit online because they look like the Subway logo. However, the Minnesota Wild, I think, popped off with these jerseys, especially when you see them with the pants and the 3 stars going up the pants for the Minnesota North Stars. I think these Minnesota North Stars colors with this logo actually just really work. And I mean, they were getting a lot of shit for looking like the Subway logo. Nothing's wrong with the Subway logo, but if you eat at Subway, the food, like, you're a psychopath. And we've talked about that
Jersey
before
mics.
on the podcast. But the jerseys themselves, the color scheme, I love them. What do you guys think?
I love it.
Yeah, they're decent.
Will we say filthy or registered beauticians?
No, filthy. They're not registered. They're not up there
Filthy.
with the Coyotes. They're filthy.
I would have to agree on that.
They're not. We're not there yet to the registered. Coyotes are the only ones up there right now.
Now, Columbus. So back in the day, Columbus used to have this kind of a weird logo. I mean, it makes a C and a B, but I'm not really sure what the striping is necessarily for. You know, I get there the Blue Jackets, and it's supposed to be like the Civil War type of, Union striping. The hockey stick in the middle makes a J, so CBJ with a star. They used to wear these in either white or blue, so they've reversed the colors, and now they've got red as the main color. I think with the white, they contrast very nicely, and I love these. I would not put them in registered beauticians, but I do think they're filthy. What do you guys think?
I think these are pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I love the logo. The logo's sick. Well, it's better than the current logo. So you look at it like that. So I like them. I think Columbus really popped off with these ones.
I agree. I mean, I don't like the big blue stripe on it, but like that's the only gripe I have with that jersey.
I think the blue stripe gets helped out by them having the also navy blue pants.
The pants
Yeah.
Just alone. If we were ranking them just on the jerseys themselves, then yeah, I would definitely call out that blue stripe because it doesn't really fit. But I love the way the white contrasts there. It's very nice. So we'll throw these guys up in filthy here. Next, as a team that I don't even like their regular jerseys. I don't like pretty much any jersey they've had. They've always had this mustard yellow color. This is the Nashville Predators. The only thing I think is cool that they do that not a lot of other teams do is they have their, NP, Nashville Predators, on their pants, but it's so small. And, we're looking at the actual whole kit. I do like the gray on the socks. I think that's cool. But the gray on the jerseys, I know they were trying to go back to their old ones. I don't like it. What do you guys think?
I don't like it either.
No.
It's just so once again, it looks might be a practice jersey, but I don't like it.
And they had the opportunity to bring the old Sabretooth back.
Exactly. I
kept
love
their regular
the
logo.
Sabretooth. But yeah,
So will we put this in dumpster fire or dust?
I think it's dumpster fire. They missed a huge opportunity to do absolutely better.
What do you think, Mark? True.
I agree.
Dumpster fire. Two of the teams I hate in dumpster fire. We're not biased, I promise. We're not solely just Blackhawks fans. And to prove it, this is a team that the Blackhawks have had a rivalry with for the last decade or so.
I love
And
the color purple.
These are registered beauticians.
Just put it there.
I can't
Don't
even
talk
complain.
about it. They're the
Just
purple.
put it in beautician.
Absolutely. This is the Los Angeles Kings. They use the Gretzky era logo of the Kings, but they use the purple and gold that they would wear,
Lakers.
like
Lakers
Lakers colors. But
They
they
took
wore
Lakers
that
colors.
kind of stuff when God, why am I drawing a blank? Jeremy Roenick was on the team, and they used to have that jersey with the crown, and it was purple and gold, Lakers colors with the crown. But instead, they swapped out the crown with the Gretzky era Kings logo that used to be. It spells out Kings. It used to be on their gray jerseys. These are beautiful.
I love it because it like the most famous team in California are the Lakers. Out of all sports, it is the Lakers. And this is the Lakers colors. When they had their purple jerseys, Kobe, number 8, purple jerseys. I look at that.
Or number 24, Mamba.
Yeah. But yeah, those are sick.
Absolutely. One last thing I wanted to mention about these. Notice we have purple in the registered petitions. I think that's a theme here, folks. Like if you've got purple in your purple primary colors, use it because it works really well. Mm-hmm. Now these, I think I said before, the Lightning are one of my probably my second favorite team. It's a huge jump between them and the Hawks, but I think this is a miss. As much as I know that this is their old '90s logo from when they used to when they first got into the league. These just don't do it for me. They have a blue solid color on the jerseys, the old Tampa Bay Lightning spelled out with like the Gatorade lightning bolt going through the middle, white on the shoulders, and a big thick white line at the waist. I do like the big thick white line, but other than that, I don't know. These just don't thrill me. What do you guys think?
I'm with you. They don't do it for me. It's not. I don't think. Their clothes, I mean, I would put they're dusty, bro. They're dust for me.
I'd put them in dust, too.
They're dust.
I don't think they're quite as bad as Detroit and Nashville, but they're not as good as, Montreal or
No, for
Dallas
me, it's like the Buffalo's
Florida.
logo. They're just, they missed. They just missed huge. They're not ugly, but they just missed. That's why they're dust.
Exactly. Now, these ones are interesting. I had to do a little bit of digging for this one because the Senators brought back their old logo this year as their permanent logo to begin with. So they have white, obviously, for when they're on the road. They have black, which is their home jersey. And they have red, which is their retro reverse jersey. And you can definitely see the reverse of the colors when you compare the black jersey with the red jersey. But if they had not brought back their old logo as their like total rebranded logo this year, I think these would have stood out a lot more because they were bringing back their old logo. But because they already were bringing back their old logo, I didn't know which one was the retro reverse. I knew it wasn't the white one, obviously, because they were going on the road with those. But the red and black, I was like, which one is the actual reverse colors in the reverse jersey? I like these despite all that. They don't wow me. And I think part of that has been taken away by the fact that they did bring back that old logo. So what do you guys think?
I fucking love it. I think their old logo, I think they're the smartest team because they say, you know what? Our logo is our best logo. Let's fucking bring it back. And they're like, fuck these other teams. Because the other teams, the Coyotes, okay, their old logos. The Ducks' old logo is way better. A lot of teams, their old logo is better. Ottawa's the only team that said, fuck it. Let's just keep it. The fans like it. Everyone loves it. Let's just keep it. I think these are absolute fucking filthy. Just because of the logo. I'm not beautician if it's everything. They switch the colors, but I think they're filthy. The jerseys by themselves are absolutely filthy to me.
What do you think, Lebeck?
I think they're filthy too. Like their old logo, I think is amazing.
They're salty, bro. They're fucking fire, in my opinion.
I would agree with that. I don't get me wrong. I do love the old logo. I just think something gets taken away from it when you bring up the fact that they were already bringing that stuff back. And honestly, I like their black home jerseys just as much as their retro reverse. So their fans are getting a little spoiled this year, but not spoiled on the ice, that's for sure. Real quick, we're spoiled because we get to use Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor yet, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Best of all, it's free to use and allows you to record your episodes from your phone, tablet, or laptop. And the end result is that your podcast can be heard on platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. We here at Talking Pylons have been using Anchor for a while now, and we are in love with how easy it makes our jobs. And if your podcast grows enough in popularity, you can even start making a profit. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I had to do a little ad break in there. We'll quickly continue on. I know there was some controversy about these jerseys. Come on, what are we doing here? Scrolling. These are the Colorado Avalanche Retro Reverse jerseys. As you guys know, the Avalanche used to be the Quebec Nordiques before the franchise moved. So what they did was they brought back the Nordiques jerseys. They did the white jerseys, but they kept the Avalanche color scheme. So instead of it being a red, white, and blue, it's a red, light blue, and brown. They have I forget what those symbols are called, but they're like the French symbols going along the bottom.
Here or something symbols.
I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for this, for not knowing what that symbol is. But the Nordiques logo itself is like an N with a hockey stick coming out of it. It kind of looks like an elephant to me. I don't know about you guys, and it's got like a puck at the end. You can't really see in this photo, but the numbering and the lettering are all like light blue, like baby blue for the Avalanche. I love these. I don't know if I'd put them in registered beautician. I'd say filthy, but I know there's some controversy around these. What do you guys say? Truthy?
I mean, I'd put them in registered beautician if they went with the original teal, the alternate jersey for the Nordiques. Had they done that, 100%. But because they kind of kept it the same as like the Colorado Avalanche colors, for me, it's kind of just in that filthy category. Like, it's still nice, but they could have done the teal.
Yeah,
That's
they're
true.
filthy. They're filthy.
All right, we'll throw them in filthy. They're another team like the Ottawa Senators where they did something to their original jerseys too, which I think kind of takes away a little bit from their retro reverses. What they did with their jerseys is they made their helmets. I don't know if the helmets were always blue. I have to double check that. But for their home jerseys, when they're in their brown and blue home jerseys, they also have blue pants now too. So the blue makes them really pop. Speaking of pop, this does not pop.
Yeah, did we have to talk
the New
about
York
it?
Islanders?
Do we know where it goes?
Oh,
Mike,
yeah,
do it.
absolutely. Dumpster fire. I don't know what the goal was here. It looks exactly like their regular jerseys. They have two home jerseys that they wear depending on what arena they're playing in, and they like to switch off. One, the solid color is orange. One, the solid color is blue. They just made the blue a little bit darker, I think, on these, like made it more of a navy blue. They've had way better Winter Classic jerseys in the past, where they had just the NY instead of the entire circle NY with the Staten Island underneath. I don't see what's different about these, and they should have brought back the Fisherman.
Yes, thank you. The Fisherman.
It's just a huge missed opportunity.
Everyone wants the Fisherman.
And I understand that their GM wants to have an identity, and so that he won't break away from their logo. Dude, you need to break away from your logo because
bring back the Fisherman.
But yeah, the Fisherman was so much better. I want to say there were some kind of legal issues on why they couldn't bring back the Fisherman in previous years. I don't know if those are still the case, but dude, come on. Like, everybody wants it. Why aren't you doing that? It's just ridiculous.
Well, I think that a lot of the reason why some of these teams didn't use certain logos is because they don't have the rights to use them.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying is I think that's part of the reason why. However, if somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, I did hear that the Islanders did come out with like a sweatshirt line recently, or maybe it might have been slides, like Nike slides or something like that had the Fisherman on them. So I believe the organization does now have the rights to the Fisherman logo. I just don't know why they wouldn't have thrown it on the jersey. I think it's mostly because their owners want team identity, and it's like, dude, people will still know who you are. Like, the Fisherman is not going to. In fact, people will really know who you are when you bring back the Fisherman because it's something new. I won't say new because they've had it before, but unique, and it's what the fans want. Barzell's still filthy, so.
Yeah, he is.
Like, Jason Kliment looks like Barzell, so.
Yes, he does.
Is this Barzell right here in the picture? Yeah, I think so, right? Might be. Or that's Bailey. I'm not sure. I don't know Islanders as well, but I know highlights. Speaking of highlights, this is a highlight. I love these.
Yes.
As much as I don't like the Rangers typically, but they brought back Lady Liberty as their logo with the NYR below it. They're just, I won't say they're clean. I think these are they're kind of busy with the lines on the pants, the lines on the socks. the logo itself is, the Lady Liberty. I don't even know what you call that kind of a headdress type of piece, but there's a lot going on in these jerseys, but I think it works and I love them. What do you guys think?
I think these are sharp. They're not clean. They're fucking sharp and they're fucking registered. These are one of my favorite jerseys. Just looking at them is pleasant to my eyes. Well, they're one of the best jerseys right now. Fucking registered, bud.
Oh, you're saying registered beautician. I would say filthy. Mark Levesque, what do you think?
I think they're registered.
Registered?
I think that
We got
jersey
two
is just
registered.
too classic to not be. Whether they're not like they were good in that era or not, like it's just too clean.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, you're right. I guess I would change my vote and say registered beautician as well. We got our first non-purple one in here, but they're pretty close to purple. It's like a dark, like indigo
They're
blue.
just beautiful. One of the best logos.
I have a beef to pick, a bone to pick with
They're
New
funny.
Jersey.
It's not Christmas.
This we're fighting because New Jersey. You can't even say the plan for them was to wear these on Christmas because there was no way the season was starting as early as Christmas with all the money talks and everything. I get that they used to wear these and like they've worn these before on Christmas games and stuff like that, just on random seasons. But like, I don't understand where you get green when your team is the Devils. Like what? Like yes, the red and the black and the white makes sense when you're the Devils. Green, what are you doing? That being said, where should we throw these?
Garbage.
They're fire.
I like them, I guess. I mean, I don't know. So showing the bottom, I can't stop looking at them. They're ugly as fuck, but maybe that's why they're so good.
They're like an
so
ugly Christmas
ugly.
sweater.
They're so
It's
ugly.
like a car
they're
crash
sick.
that you can't stop.
I think they're so ugly. They're sick. But for the NHL standards, like they're a jersey I would buy and wear because they're so ugly. They're sick. But NHL standards, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I would, because you said they're sick. I almost kind of want to move them up into dust because I don't think they're as bad as like Detroit and Nashville, but
They're different. I like them.
they're kind of on the same level as
I
the
would say
Islanders, where it's like they
those
didn't do the
are the
homework.
those are the definitions of dusty. A dumpster fire means you totally fucked up. They tried, but they're just dusty as fuck, bro.
All right, you stated your case. Well, I'll move them up into dusty. Now let's get into your second favorite team, the Pittsburgh Penguins. They went back to their diagonal lettering, and they were brave enough to wear their diagonal lettering against the Rangers in a couple games, which was a bold move because you're playing against a team that kind of basically invented the diagonal lettering and you copied off of them. But I got this picture of Crosby here. What do you think, Krzeminski? What do you think? What do you like about these jerseys?
They're classic, but I wanted the Emperor Penguin back.
Yeah.
I wanted the Emperor Penguin. Besides the baby blue ones, those are in the league of their own. Those might be the best jerseys anyone's ever seen, honestly. But for these,
sorry, you were done.
But for these, give me my Emperor Penguin. That was one of their sickest jerseys, and they've had. I mean, that's saying a lot with their baby blues. The Emperor Penguin, come on, they fucked up. Those are grocery sticks. It's just diagonal.
Yeah,
Levesque,
I agree. Like I think it's just another missed opportunity. Like they're still fire, but they missed an opportunity, and then
I would have to agree. They're not quite dust to me. I think there's like a lack of color here. Like I don't think the white is as clean as they wanted it to be on these. So I think they should add a little bit more color. But I won't go so far as to say that they're dust. Like I think they're still pretty, throwbacky retro. Philly, once again, a team who wore theirs out on Lake Tahoe. They added more black, and the striping and the lining is their old scheme, like back in the 70s. It's an orange jersey. The Philadelphia Flyers logo is still the same. I really don't think they've had any other kind of Flyers logo in their history. I think it's always just been that same P. What do we think, boys, about the other side of Pennsylvania? Are these as good as Pittsburgh? I don't mean to compare, but like, I don't know how I feel about these.
I don't like them. I don't like them. I mean, Pittsburgh, it's iconic. This one is. I mean, it's gross. I mean, for me, it's gross. It's dusty and just grocery stick. I mean, honestly, I don't want to. I just hate Philly, so I say dusty. But unbiased, they're grocery sticks. They don't get me going here.
Levesque, what about you?
I think they're dust. I'm gonna say it about this jersey and the next jersey we talk about. Like to me, they just scream practice jersey. Like that white stripe in the middle just screams practice jersey to me.
To me, with Pittsburgh, these almost look like the type of jersey that you would get at like some knockoff store. That's like it's not the official Flyers jersey.
Like they don't have the
it's
colors
like,
exactly right.
right. Yeah, like it's not exactly Chinese knockoffs, and we already did Buffalo. So, but I mean, I don't know. Like these look like Halloween to me. These look like a for fun Halloween jersey that somebody would buy that they would never have on the ice. Like there have been a couple of Blackhawks jerseys that I've seen that were like not original Blackhawks jerseys, and like they're a little bit different, but they're made that way because it's like a knockoff sweatshirt or something like that, and they wanted to change it up for that style. And I think that was where Philly went here, and they should have never put them on their actual jerseys. The white sleeves are kind of cool, but they don't stand out next to the orange and the black. So very fitting we put Halloween right next to Christmas here. So you did mention the next jersey that we're going to rank, and I think these are just absolute garbage. These are dumpster fire. I get that they brought back. Oh, I guess I can't share my screen for that long. We'll jump back in there. Yo, what? Why did it close out on me like that?
It was all the stuff. I'll just say
what?
Don't use gray in your jerseys. Just don't. You can use a dark gray close to black. That'd be fine. I think that's what Winnipeg did. But don't do it. Toronto did it.
Oh, no, we're good.
Do it. I mean, San Jose, don't use the gray. It's a practice jersey. It's those little pennies you have for football? Use the gray ones. They're fucking, don't use gray. It's not a color. Okay. Dumpster fire. You had so much. They have great colors to play from.
They have the teal and the black. Yeah.
Throw that away. Burn it. I never want to see that jersey again.
Yeah. Levesque, how you feel about these?
I agree. Like the gray is just off-putting.
And like, I mean, I get it's a light gray, so like it's kind of their colors, but like, and they did bring back the old silhouette shark, like the black shark. But I mean, honestly, their logo, their Sharks logo, as it is even today, like doesn't thrill me. I don't know. These were a miss. I definitely have beef with these, and it's not just because they're my least favorite team. The St. Louis Blues. I get that this is the most retro. This is the most reversed of colors you can go by, because the original jerseys they used to wear were blue with a little bit of red at the bottom. But when you switch it and you have the red as the primary color, you can no longer call yourselves the Blues. Like, you're red at that point. That's just stupid to me. I do like that they put the St. Louis lettering back in the St. Louis Blues logo. But to me, these just suck. I do like the gloves. They have all of their colors in the gloves, the yellow, the red, the blue, the white. But I don't know. These, to me, the gold and the blue down here isn't enough to offset the ugly red.
I think, you know what this looks like? Have you ever watched college football practice? Or just, when their quarterback wears the red penny on top so he can't be hit? That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like he's wearing a red cover over their main jersey.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
And it's just ugly. It is so ugly. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Blue and red go together, but when blue's the dominant color.
Yeah,
not
I would
this.
agree. Especially when your team's called the Blues.
Get it out of here.
We'll throw that in dumpster fire then. Mark, did you want to give your analysis of these, or
garbage?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, why red?
Yeah, it doesn't work for them. Let's go to a team that did use blue, though, because they are normally blue. But I think these are also pretty garbage. The Toronto Maple Leafs. They brought back their old Toronto Maple Leaf logo. It's a little bit of different font on the Maple Leaf lettering. However, coming down the arms, going across the shoulders, in a strip along the bottom, they have this bland gray. And it's not the typical regular blue that they usually use. It's more of a navy. I don't like these. What do you guys think?
No.
What I say about gray? What I say about gray? Look at all the teams in dumpster fire right now. Well, more than half. They use gray as an accent. Fuck gray. It's ugly. They're practice jerseys. Toronto, you fucked up.
Toronto could have done so much better. That's for sure. Next, we have the Capitals, the Washington Capitals. They came back with the eagle and the kind of like diagonal lettering of Capitals along the bottom. This is a team that, like the Buffalo Sabres, put their name at the bottom, and I actually do like it. These jerseys, I believe they did wear a red iteration of these before, but they mostly, you picture Ovechkin scoring in white in these. I love these. The red works really well because that is also their primary color, and then just the navy blue at the bottom. Where do you guys think these go?
I think these bitches are filthy. I mean, honestly, they're close to registered beautician. They're clean. The eagle is clean. The team is clean. The red is clean because I mean it's bad because we just put the blues red and this red.
Yeah, but I think it's a different red.
So much better. I think these might be registered in my opinion. These are fucking sick.
I would agree on filthy.
They're filthy. They're filthy. I just looked at their registered. These are filthy.
Levesque, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, I would put them filthy or registered, sorry. But looking at who we put in there, I think they have to go filthy. And like for me, that old school logo for them with the dark blue that they had was amazing. And then they decided to flip it and put red. I think that's perfect. I think they took full-fledged use of their opportunity with that jersey.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. We got a lot in filthy here. We're getting to the end here. We've got Jesse Pollock's favorite team, the Jets. I don't really know what the Jets were trying to accomplish here. They have this dark gray. I mean, I wouldn't even call it super dark gray, but dark gray. It's like you took all the color and the life out of the regular jerseys. It's the old heritage Jets logo with the spelled out Jets, and then Winnipeg below that, and the plane kind of taking off the runway of the J. They have this navy blue going down their shoulders with a white stripe kind of separating the dark blue and the gray. With the socks and the gloves, I think it makes it a little bit better than it was before, but I don't know. I think you could have done a lot more. I don't think these were trying to be Atlanta Thrashers colors because, you don't have that same blue and the red in there, but I think that was a route they should have gone, and that's a missed opportunity. So for me, these are close to dumpster fire for me. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt a little bit. I'm gonna put them. I would vote them in dust. What do you guys think?
I think I like the jerseys. I like the color. I like the dark gray. I know I said I hate gray, but these dark grays, they look clean. They look a little slick. If they did all black, would be cool too. But the socks get me. The socks look like my goddamn granddad's tube socks. Why did you go all gray? Why not? The other teams in dumpster fire, they added the gray in there, but kept some color. But no, I think these are dusty. These are dusty. They're dusty.
Levesque, what do you think about these?
I think they're dust. Had they gone with that logo in the original color and just kind of flipped around and played with the colors on how they would have used them as the Winnipeg logo, I think it would have been put into beautician, but because they went with gray, it kind of just throws everything off. It's I don't think the gray they use puts them in dumpster fire. I think it puts them in dust because they still have that light blue that kind of accents the gray.
I think we're all in agreement here that these belong in dust. Yeah. That leaves two more. These were another team that wore their jerseys out on Lake Tahoe. This is the Vegas Golden Knights, and many people might still be asking the question, what do you mean retro reverse for Vegas? They've only been in the league for what now, 3 years? So the striping that they used on the bottom of the jersey, they did use their colors, the gray and the gold and the black, but the striping was from, we've talked about this on the podcast before, a team that used to, I believe it was an OHL team that used to play in Vegas. I said the name on a previous podcast, and I can't remember what they were called again, but that team used to have almost, and we'll get into Vancouver last, but almost Vancouver Canucks style logos and colors. I don't know if it necessarily works for Vegas. The main logo that they decided to go with was their shoulder patch logo of the two swords and the star, which is pretty much red, which is why they made the rest of the whole jersey red, so, completing the reversal of the colors. When I first saw these jerseys, I thought they were a myth. They grew on me a little bit after I saw them play them in the opening game, and it's a little biased in this picture because we have Marc-Andre Fleury's pads, and those were all in gold, and that was a clean setup. I don't know if I could really give them top of the pack for this. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this first before I give my rating of these.
You go first, Grundle.
Nectar. I think they would have been competitions if every time they wore them, they wore the gold helmets.
Yeah, well, that's a good take. I do like that.
But because they don't, and they didn't, like I think it just puts them at like right above dust. Like they're nice, but I think give them a few more years when they play around with jerseys and have different alternates and they do this again, I think they'll come out with something better. Like, because they kind of got put in a shitty situation. Like, they're a brand new team. Like, they're not going to have a lot of options.
Can you imagine if COVID didn't hit? And I know a lot of the reason why they even released the Retro Reverse series is to stir up revenue because of the COVID hit. So they may not have done this if it wasn't for the whole pandemic situation and the weird seasons and whatnot. But if COVID didn't hit, Seattle Kraken were supposed to be in the league this year. They got delayed a whole year. Can you imagine if they still came out with a retro line and they were like, okay, Seattle, come on out with your Retro Reverse. Then again, they would probably do the Seattle Metropolitans, but they're already incorporating a lot of Metropolitans jersey styles in their regular home and away Kraken jerseys. So I don't know how much they would have been able to play around with this idea. And you're right, Vegas did get dealt kind of a shitty hand for how new of a team they are. Krzeminski, what do you think about these?
I think these are fucking sick. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I think the sword and the star is fucking sick. It is clean in the front of the jersey. It is clean logo. There's not too much happening. It's kind of simple. The knights, the star, beautiful. The gold, I don't know how they did it. They made red and gold go together like that. I like, I've got, which was an OHL team, the stripes.
That had the diagonal V on the bottom of the jersey.
It shouldn't work with Fleury coming out with those gold pads like that, but it's fucking gorgeous. I think these are fucking filthy. I think the red, they did it perfectly. I think this red and gold is perfect. Like Ottawa's gold. Because you look at a fucking filthy, it's a lot of red up there. I think these are up there because they did it right. Because you look at the other red down there, I wouldn't even put them in dust because they're not even close to the Devils, to Vancouver's, St. Louis. I think these are filthy. I think they're better than Grocery Sticks because they're better than Florida's. Definitely better than the Habs. Definitely better than Pittsburgh because they actually went out there. And like you said, they don't have anything.
I know I have a mute button.
They're new, and they did this. I think these are fucking filthy. I might even put these in register, but they're fucking filthy in my opinion. For what they did, for what little they had, I can't even put it in dust with the Devils or the Blues. I think they went out there and watching them skate. Sneeze one more time, I'll find you and I'll kill you. But no, I think watching them skate on it, because I'm picturing them play on these.
All right, come kill me, bro.
Holy shit.
I know, dude. This sinus infection is killing me. I was just glad it wasn't.
Dude, I was like that earlier today. I sneezed for a solid 5 minutes.
That means you're a communist.
Yikes. Yeah, honestly, that's what it is. I had one more thing to say. You had mentioned that, the red shouldn't go together with the gold. When they originally came out with their jerseys, home and away, and they had that one red stripe in the arms, and I think on the bottom of the jerseys as well. I was like, why red? Like, the jerseys were fine without it. Like, just go with the total night colors of like, silver and gold and black. But yeah, you're right. These do kind of work here, and I like them. You guys talk about these Vancouver ones real quick while I go grab a tissue before I die.
I mean, Mark, what does it say about these? I don't like them. I don't
I don't
they're
like them either.
special. I think they're pretty
Like
dusty.
I like Vancouver's logo. Don't get me wrong, but I think their color choice here was kind of just like you screwed the pooch.
It's bland. I don't know. They did their best. I think these are dust.
Yeah, I agree. Like they had a lot of options with colors. Like they could have used like their early 2000s colorway and kind of flipped everything around, but they went with just kind of like a light in the middle, like light and dark green, and then the blue.
Almost.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of.
Yeah, these are.
I think it's a very large missed opportunity.
I agree. I think, just throw them in dusty and this whole charade. But yeah,
I'm dying.
they're dusty,
Yeah, so
Mike.
Dusty, I would have to agree. I don't think there's a whole lot going on here. I really think this was a missed opportunity to bring back the skate, the Vancouver Canucks skate. I know they've done that a couple years in the past.
Wait. Hear me out. They should have brought back like the 80s gold, or not gold, yellow and red.
Yeah, with the skate.
When
That's what I
Vancouver
was
used
talking
yellow
about.
and red, they should have brought that back.
Yeah, the old skate when it says Canucks below it.
Yeah,
That was the one I was
with the
talking
yellow
about.
and red,
I think
they could have done like striping.
I think so. With these, I know the pattern of the colors on here are, or at least the outline of the design is supposed to mimic those because it has the diagonal coloring. And I couldn't find a good enough picture. You can't see in his midsection here. This is Hughes, by the way. You can't see in his midsection here, but there's kind of like this fading away green as it goes into the blue as it comes up the chest. And people were making fun of this one, saying that it looked like a Sierra Mist can because of how it kind of like fades one color into the other. I get what they were trying to do with the outlining. They were trying to make it like those gold and black jerseys, Mark, but they wanted to use their primary colors. I think if you're going to do that, though, ditch your regular logo and go back to that old skate, like with the lines and the Canucks below it.
Yeah.
And maybe keep the green and the blue. I would say keep the green and the blue, but just put the old logo in there and make it something new. Because otherwise, to me, this just looks like a little bit of a doctored Canucks jersey. Like we said before, like one of those knockoff ones that like is made more for a sweatshirt rather than a jersey, like you would get from overseas. So you guys wanted to put this in dust. I would agree. And that wraps up our rankings. So for all of our audio listeners, in the registered beauticians column, we have the Arizona Coyotes with their purple jerseys, the Kings, the Los Angeles Kings with their purple jerseys, and the New York Rangers, which, I mean, in my opinion, are ranked a little bit high for them just bringing back Lady Liberty, but I see why it works. They're kind of on the border for me, Filthy and registered beauticians. In Filthy, we got a lot in Filthy. We've got the Anaheim Ducks with their cartoon, Calgary Flames with Blasty on the logo.
Registered. The horse feed registered.
Should we move this up?
I agree.
I think the horse feed registered. That's sick. I'm buying one of those. Let's try and get a Chuck one.
Wouldn't even be mad. So we've got Blasty now and the Calgary Flames up in registered beauticians. In Filthy, the Chicago Blackhawks. They're another team that's kind of on the border for me. We have the Creamsicle Edmonton Oilers with the orange. I, like Mark
so
said,
simple, so sexy.
Would buy a jersey of these, but the thing is it doesn't come with the pants, and I don't think you get the full look without the pants here, which is why we're ranking it this way. But other than that, they're almost registered beauticians for me, but if you were to only buy a jersey, you don't get the full effect. Minnesota Wild, the Subway logos with the old star, North Stars color scheme. Love it in Filthy. Columbus Blue Jackets with their old logo with the stars and banners with red as the primary color. The Ottawa Senators with their old logo, which they brought back, but reversed the colors and the whole jersey is in red with a couple black lines. The Colorado Avalanche, who are mimicking the Nordiques, who they used to be. We've got the Washington Capitals with the Eagle, and the Vegas Golden Knights with their shoulder patch logos as a retro reverse. Down in grocery sticks, we got a lot of green, we got a little bit of gray. We've got the Hartford Whalers, Carolina Hurricanes bringing back Hartford again. Dallas Stars bringing out the Spacemen. We've got the Florida Panthers, who brought back their old logo. The Montreal Canadiens, who brought in the reverse of their colors so that they're blue now. Pittsburgh Penguins, who are Pittsburgh on the diagonal, missed out on bringing back the Emperor Penguin. In dust, oh God. We've got the Boston Bruins with this light gold color. Nothing changed on the logo. The Buffalo Sabres didn't bring back the Buffalo head. Instead brought back the two sabers and just Buffalo at the bottom. And they have their new colors, the royal blue and white and gold. Tampa Bay Lightning with their 90s logo in a blue jersey. All right. And the New Jersey Devils looking like Christmas up in here with this green. Yikes. Scroll back the clock to October and you've got Halloween with Philadelphia. And we usually like Halloween, but I don't know. These look like knockoffs. These don't look official. Too much lining on these. The Winnipeg Jets brought more gray into the picture. I don't know what they were trying to achieve here. They look like the steel hub of the jet itself, like the body. Nobody wants to actually root for an actual plane, you know. The Sierra Mist Vancouver Canucks, old like diagonal scheme, nothing too thrilling there. Absolute dumpster fires now, bottom category. Obviously, far and away the worst jersey, the Detroit Red Wings. They look like they're in practice jerseys, and that's pretty much how they play their entire season this year as practice games because they're in a rebuild. So I guess it's fitting. What's not fitting is these Nashville Predators jerseys that their mustard color just, I don't like it on any jersey. New York Islanders, who didn't do the homework and didn't change things up enough. San Jose Sharks, who brought back the old black shark logo, but put gray around it. So I don't know, fire that marketing department. The Blues marketing department should be fired
everyone
too,
there. They suck.
or just rename them as the Red because the jersey's red and not blue. Like,
speaking about the Blues, I was reading a stat today. They haven't beat a team that wasn't who they win. Hold on, I gotta see this. Hold on, this was hilarious when I read this because they suck.
He'll go back to the Blues, but just to finish out the list, they've got the Toronto Maple Leafs who have these blue and gray jerseys, and it's just awful. So, what were you going to say about the Blues, though? You have queued up.
Well, they're winning right now, but I didn't bet. They lost.
So that is our full NHL Retro Reverse rankings with full uniforms.
They haven't beat a team other than the Sharks since March 5th.
Yikes!
I'm looking back now to double check. Oh no, they beat the Kings on March 5th, and then since then they haven't won a game until they beat the Sharks. And now they're beating the Knights. It's 2-0 end of the first, but they suck.
God. I want to say I took the Knights tonight, but damn, I mean, are they the new Buffalo Sabres?
Honestly, but they're the Blues. Like they'll win games here and there, but yeah. So.
But anyway, so yes, this is our final ranking. You at home, share with us your rankings. Go in the links at the bottom of this, either whether you're watching the video podcast or you're listening. Maybe you're in the car. Don't do this while you're driving, but rank these jerseys. Send them in to us. What do you agree with us? What do you disagree? We want to hear yours. We know a lot of different outlets are doing these because, you know, it's fun to rank jerseys and whatnot. But we're doing it a little bit differently. We're ranking the full uniforms, full kits. So don't just solely look at the jerseys.
If you guys make a list and we send them in, the best one can choose 3 things out of Mike's house to take home. We'll give you 5 minutes.
Wait a minute.
Find 3 things, and you can take
what
whatever.
If I'm in the house and they choose me?
They're taking you home, bud.
Actually, nobody wants me. Nobody's choosing me. It's okay. No, bro. Hey, wait, whoa, my iPad and my Apple Watch are in here, so let's back up.
Nope. You
No,
already agreed.
maybe we could get them something from Slam Vintage if
A
we agree
kiss?
with if we like their
Oh.
list, if they make a list. Mark, should we go right into a Slam Vintage ad?
Sure. Speaking about retro reverse jerseys, which I hate the term retro, if you want to get NHL gear, kind of geared towards the retro reverse, something like the Phoenix Coyotes, who I think are just beautiful. Check out Slam Vintage. I honestly don't have anything related to those jerseys, but I do have some older NHL gear on there. If you want to check that out. And like I said last time, we're going into baseball. Jump on your team, get some gear for your team before the season starts. Buy it whether not necessarily bad, not necessarily good, before the price drops on it. Help me make money. But yeah, no, if you send us whatever one we decide to pick, you can pick out an item for Slam Vintage if you actually respond and message me on Slam Vintage.
Let me unmute myself here before I blow my brains out of my nose. And we hate to do this to you fans, but we're going to end it on one more ad. So you're getting back-to-back ads. Talking Pylons is brought to you by Rosie O'Reilly's Irish Pub and Grub, located at O North 131 Gary Avenue in Wheaton, Illinois. Rosie's is your game day destination for all Chicago sports teams. These guys went to the School of Greatness, so the atmosphere is killer. Best of all, they're an Irish pub, so that they have the liquor game on lock. I am not doing the voice this week. And if you gander that I'd be a wee bit racist, just know that I'm a quarter Irish, so you can kiss me arse. I gave you what I could. If you happen to catch the Joe for Dusters there, you won't be catching Jason there. Once again, thank you to Jason for an awesome podcast, awesome interview. Thanks for coming on. He's still underage, but eventually when he's 21, he can come to Rosie's with us. But if you catch the rest of the Joe for Dusters there, drinks are on us. Rosie O'Reilly's just installed new gambling machines, and for a limited time now, they have Bush Latte. So all you college kids, bring your mask and have some fun in a safe, friendly environment. This is not that pigeon hockey player Ryan O'Reilly that wears those crappy-ass red Blues jerseys. No. This is Rosie O'Reilly, located just south of the Cosley Zoo and Geneva Road at O North 131 Gary Avenue in Wheaton. Rosie O'Reilly. Sleeveless shirts are a no-no. Shoes are a must. Try to keep a civil tongue. Please refrain from lust. Enjoy responsibly. I am about to sign off before I die. I'm starting to sneeze out blood, so that's always a good sign. You guys have any last words?
No. Fuck you guys, I guess. You guys suck. Fuck you. That's it.
Cool.
Today's National Beer Day, so whenever you end up listening or watching this, open a beer, bitch.
Or 9 or 10 or whatever we had. After
this episode will probably drop tomorrow, so or maybe the next day. I don't know. We'll leave it ambiguous, and the people won't know when we actually recorded. But you will have missed National Beer Day, listeners. So you better crack one open.
I didn't, so I'm okay with that.
These boys didn't.
Same.
So, all right, boys. Well, just one last time. It's not COVID, so you guys can come around me if you want a sinus infection and not COVID. It's so much more fun. I promise. Hopefully, I'm better by this weekend, and I'll see you boys then.
Nice.
All right, boys. Everybody, have a great night.
You too.
That's all we got.